Hello guys, welcome to my first YouTube channel. Hello guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. I wanted to make a YouTube channel purely because I feel like there's a lot of topics that I feel like I could go over and use my job to help others. I feel like there is a lot of information within the fitness industry. Some people don't know if it's real, some people don't know if it's fake, so this channel is mainly to educate others, so help other people understand certain topics. So the first week I've decided to cover an interesting topic, which I've seen a fair amount of information given by other personal trainers that I feel needs to be cleared up, okay? I feel as though this is a subject that some people don't have much education about, not in a bad way, some people just generally don't think that it's a big thing to talk about, okay? So as a female personal trainer, I understand that as well. It's an important part of your training as a woman. So we are going to be talking about the menstrual cycle and how it can affect a woman during their training. So there are 4 stages within the menstrual cycle. So we've got the menstrual phase, which is the bleeding phase. So this is the main part of your period. Moving on to the follicular phase. This phase is bang in between, roughly. Then to the ovulation phase, and lastly to the luteal phase. So for those of you who do not know, the menstrual cycle lasts for 28 days, so a woman experiences it every month. So the 2 main phases I'll be talking about is the follicular phase and the luteal phase. So the follicular phase lasts up to 13 days. It's a fairly long amount of time, okay? So within this phase, the pituitary gland releases a hormone in which helps the egg cells grow within the ovaries. So once this step is over, the egg will be produced within a sac and will be kept up to 13 days to help it mature. So now that I have given you a bit more background on one of the main phases, I'm going to move on to the luteal stage. So the luteal stage begins on day 15 of your menstrual cycle and lasts up to day 28, which is the last day of the menstrual cycle. So without going into too much information, this is when the egg cells is transferred to the fallopian tube for 24 hours roughly. So now moving on to the stages that you feel that you may have more energy or you have lack of energy. So just a bit of background so you can work on when you want to have a larger amount of rest than usually, just to work around your menstrual cycle, okay? So as we all know as women, the menstrual phase, which is when we have our period, is when we have lack of energy, okay? So this is when we experience the bloating, the abdominal cramps, the headaches, feeling unmotivated, feeling just like you have no energy within you, okay? And that's completely normal, and it's important to give your body the rest that it needs. So if you are on your period throughout and you feel as though you can't bring yourself to exercise, which is fine, we all have our rest days, so we all need to understand how important it is to give our body what it needs. Based on the side effects, there is a lot of opinions that are slightly off and could be very narrow-minded. So I just want to say that as a female personal trainer, I think it's important that you just let your body do what it wants throughout this phase, okay? So just encourage a bit more rest, have a bit more quiet time. If you have extreme abdominal pains, if you feel as though you can hardly move, which a lot of people have it worse than others, some it might not bother you, some you might have to take a day off work due to it, okay? So depends on the person. So I would carry out something with less impact, so in low intensity, just to ease your body into some exercise, okay? Because your body inside might not need that at that moment. Other activities like yoga, Pilates, even light weight training is always great. Just some sort of exercise that does help. I'm not saying it doesn't help, but do give your body that rest if your body is aching. Do give your body that rest. If it's not great, carry on with your usual training, but it's important when your body gives you signals like that to listen to it and give your body a rest. So on a more positive note, the luteal phase is where you have an increased amount of energy due to estrogen. There's an increase in estrogen at this stage. And another thing is that there is a lower amount of lactate built up within the muscles. So this means that a woman can work for longer within a high intensity session. So this is a stage that you probably perform at your best ability. So you can continue to do your high intensity workouts or weight training or whatever your training might be. This is a stage that you will have a better performance with whatever activities that you may be doing. To summarise, every woman is different, okay? So we can't compare to others all the time. Some may have longer, some may have a worse experience, and it might be more intense. So it's important to understand that we can give our body that rest it needs. We don't have to have that guilt if we don't go to the gym or don't go to that class. If you need that rest, then give your body that rest. If you don't, that's great. You can keep it up throughout your main stages when you feel fatigued, but every woman is different. So I hope that clears some things up for you. This is just a quick video to start off with. I didn't want to make it too long, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week.